your eyelids automatic.
Fuck this shit. Come on, man. Need to Kevin Bryant. Cannot believe I traded OBJ. I really did that. I got Juju Smith-Schuster. Fucking Juju. Let's go, Juju!
Here we go, week 1. Taking about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, Juju. Whoa! Whoa! Alright now. This ain't no motherfucking Raheem. Not no fucking Raheem. Talking about I need Raheem.
That actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense and want to score as quickly as possible, run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is they got it done there. Long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
And that one was bounced.
People always thinking I'm cheating them. I don't mean
and that shit make me nervous, you know why? Because my ex said that shit, and guess what? I ended up finding out he was cheating on me the whole time.
And that's how I was with Robert. I don't be cheating. Like,
I don't see the point of it. It's like if I wanted to go be with somebody else, then I would just be by myself. I wouldn't be entertaining nothing like that. For what?
Y'all ain't talking about nothing.
You ain't talking about nothing. Get back on that game.
I'm waiting on my nigga to unpause.
Out of the back of the end zone, so we can start here at the 25.
I traded Myles Garrett.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play action,
Duh. Fucking duh.
brings up 2nd down.
That's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone get 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think can absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson.
Come on, man.
And he's taken down. The season is up. Penn State can't interrupt him. There's Jackson on 3rd and 1. First down as they're able to get the conversion. They weather the storm on 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. 36 now. 1st and 10.
Before you start explaining this stuff, like, I know what you mean. So then when he like, Thomas like,
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to 41. It's a pickup of 4 and it'll bring up second down.
All things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the points that they just had against them.
Flush to his right. It is incomplete. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come up and downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Jackson. And he fires one. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's flying over the left side. It's Flores. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down about the 2-yard line. Now this starting field position, first and goal from 2 yards out. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a bounce touchdown. Nick Chubb going to his second touchdown.
Why would he send it to him? Anyway.
no, they don't that with each other.
And why would he say that to him?
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, I mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go to someone else's house and establish stuff like that.
Mike,
Obviously, your confidence rises in a big way.
how would you feel that you go to your home?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. Hollywood. And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Sheldon Richardson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Third down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
This sack number 100.
Fielded just inside the 30.
Fuck, I picked my play too fast.
Will take over 1st and 10.
You would know they already ugly shit.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. Right now, the play calling, they're working really well.
That's some lame ass shit.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football, handle that contact. In this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well.
Get the fuck out of here. Nigga just sent me an invite and I'm in the game.
They take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They've got a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. 4th down. And they're running. Ingram. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler. He led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down at the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
If you were me,
and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, 71 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll try it. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Cody Parkey lining up.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action, it's Jackson. Rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens cut into that lead. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Marvin Hall returning it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They go play action. Mayfield flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Jackson's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 22 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
point is good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Browns ball carrier.
You might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. And I think the ball's out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw again. Jackson, flush to his right. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Third down.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Now second and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 54 yards, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown,
Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Browns 38, Ravens 35. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. He's got daylight. The 40, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Here's Jackson. Off play action. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 53 yards. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Ravens' 23-yard line.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Caught right side at Snead. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Dobbins. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson, being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 49. Browns.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's Hall. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. Big hold of the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Clark on the tackle.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 15.
Mayfield. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits Landry. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call...
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop of the pin. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't